Welcome back. Here we are at day 1554 of Sex Change Sabotage by Dr. Suporn with Tanya Sako. I was this patient about 4 years ago. 4 years and 3 months ago is about when the complications started, and I had a sex change 9 days before that on July 22nd. So this is a special day today, because today I give the final proof that I need. I will be presenting that in a link at the bottom of this video. The files are being uploaded to Flickr, and their videos. It's a video of a thermograph camera. So we did an experiment. I did an experiment, and I had a chair here, a chair. That's okay. I'm an artist too. I grew up being able to draw, so I have very good perspective. But there's a chair, and it's natural. I don't practice this at all. I'm more of a drummer, and hopefully I can share that with the viewers as well. But we have a chair, and then we have a cymbal stand that I wasn't using, and I put a thermal cam right here that I rented from Home Depot. And it was a Flir i7. Okay, so that's this thing, and then let's see. Looks sort of like that. Okay, and then I mounted another stand next to it, and I put a digital camera on it. Okay, and I filmed the screen. So this is real time, and this is on video mode. So this is shooting video, and this is real time imaging. And then I sat here and did my experiment, and I captured that, and I did two sides. I did I did experiments on. This is the area of the body that's embalmed. So I did experiments here and here, and then on the other side of the body, I did experiments. Here. Okay. And so these are two videos that I uploaded. It's currently being uploaded, but it will be uploaded by the time the viewer sees this YouTube video. So I did two videos, and what I did was I put ice cubes in these locations simultaneously, and watched what happened over time with the warming of the heating of the tissue after it was cooled. And I'm sorry, I'm squinting because this light's coming through the window. It's really bad. So you have to bear with me. I'm kind of excited today, and I'm still having to do these videos in the bathroom, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, there's a dog food bowl at my feet. But I've been really struggling with getting my proof out there and trying to support my claims of what this doctor did to me. And so the last couple of days have been really stressful. I had to stay up really late. I've been doing some other things, just trying to find a job as well. And all those things together are really taking a lot out of my my energy level. But so you have to bear with me if I'm not speaking as clear as you'd like me to be speaking, or as clear as I should be speaking. But so yeah, there were two experiments. One was 2 ice cubes on one side of the body while I sat in this chair and sat there for 20 minutes. So I sat there for 25. Okay, and then we watched an infrared camera will pick up heat. So that's what this is. It's a thermal imager. It's based off of infrared sensors, and it shows a whole image of something and changes color for different temperatures. So in the video, you're going to see a video representation of the temperatures of the body, and you're going to clearly see the difference in the heating, or the rate of heating, because the body is a heat source. The body is a heat source. It's got blood pumping in it. A live body has blood pumping in it, and organic processes happening. That's all, digesting food, exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, building cells, fighting viruses. All that stuff creates heat, and that's why our body core temperature, I think, is 98.6 or 96.8. I forget. But what am I saying? I'm saying that the body is a heat source, and so we're looking at the, I don't know if it's sagittal or transverse, but if you were to look at the side view, okay, and this is the area that just for illustration purposes, I don't know if this is exact or anything, but it's fairly close. I mean, this toxicity continues to go this way, and so I know that somewhere up in here I have normal tissue, because I can feel pain around these interface points. So anyways, I put ice. I do the experiment in a normal area, and then I do experiment somewhere in here. And so the idea is to compare the heating rates. So you have this. Let's call this A and this B. Okay, and so you got a graph, and this is time. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, time, and I guess I should make this blue. No, let's do green. Okay, so, and this is point B. All right. Okay, so this is just a graph. Okay. And this is time. Time T. Okay, so at time 0 we apply ice. Ice. Ice applied. Okay, and then sometime over here we remove ice. Remove ice. Okay, and then we watch what the temperature is. So this is temperature, so I guess it's degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, in this direction, and this is time T. I'm an engineer, so I know how to do these kinds of graphs. It may sound technical, but it's not really that technical. Not very that hard if you've done any kind of math. But so A is normal, right? So here's the tissue, and you're applying ice to it. Now let's say that it's 96 point whatever it is, 98.6, 96.8 degrees here. And then you apply ice immediately there. Well, the temperature starts dropping until you remove the ice. So let's just say it drops. Maybe it drops down to here. I don't know. Let's say let's just be illustrative. We don't have to know where it's dropping to, but for argument purposes, we don't. It might show it in the video. The issue is not what the absolute temperature is. The issue is what is the heating rate. What is the rate of heating compared to the tested tissue, B? So let's just some arbitrary point. You remove the ice, and then the temperature starts going back up, and so how long it takes to do that, it goes back up to 98.6, and then it stays there. Okay, because the body can't get any hotter than that. Okay, so then for a bomb tissue, we would think that what would happen is it would be here, right? And it would go down to either here or possibly somewhere slightly above it. But let's just pretend it goes down to here. We would expect it to take longer to return here because the tissue has no heat generation of its own. Okay. And so what happens when you stop the video or you look at any point in the video, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference. Let's just call this test point. Test point X. Okay. Okay, and okay, what's going to happen is as this to start a little better. Well, this is what did happen. What happened in the video was that when I pulled the ice away, I used ice cubes, and when I put them simultaneously on these 2 points together with my hand, and I waited for about 10 to 12 seconds, and then I pulled it away, and then I watched over time, and so I counted for like 20 minutes from I waited for like 20 minutes from here to here. And what I saw was this thing changing colors. It started off with blue, and then went to all the way down to red, and I think yellow was in here. Okay, and some other colors, and as it was getting to yellow, I saw or started turning red. What I saw, since everything else around here is red, what I saw was the size of these circles getting smaller. Okay, so these things are changing colors. They both turn yellow, and this top one starts getting smaller, and this one stays the same shape. Okay, so it starts getting like a smaller circle until it vanishes. Until it vanishes. So not writing very well here. And so what happens is you have this circle that disappears, and you still have this other circle that's still there, and it's yellow. And so what that tells you is that this tissue is heated, has heated to body temperature, and so the temperature of the body is the same as the temperatures of the spot that was under test. And so you can't see the circle anymore in the video. So that represents the body's temperature here, A, reaching normal body temperature, the point here at A reaching normal body temperature, the circle disappearing, and down here the temperature of this test point B is still colder. It's still colder. This is colder, this is hotter. So the temperature goes this way. So this is colder than this. So colder. So if it's colder, it has a different color. And in this case, it's yellow. And this is proof that that the rate of heating, I don't know what the term for that, there's a technical term for that, but it's the rate of temperature change, I guess you could call it. I'm going to call it heating. Is slower. The rate of heating is slower for embalmed tissue. Okay. So why would the rate of heating be slower? Why would it still be heating though? That's the question you might want to ask me now, is why would it even be heating if this is embalmed tissue and it has no heat being generated? Why would it be heating at all? Okay. Now why would looks too much like something else, but okay, so then it might be too big. So, okay, so this tissue is heat generating and this tissue isn't. So, why would this be heating? Well, it's by conductance. If you put a pot on the stove, you know, this is a pot, and you put on an electric stove, you know, one of these electric eyes, and you start heating the electric eye. It heats the pot, and that's called conductance. That's called conductance. Got a problem with that? So let me change over. Conductance. Heat conductance. Okay, so what's happening here is if you cool this up with ice cube, okay, it cools off the tissue. I'll use blue. Okay, you know, it cools off the tissue. You pull the ice cube away, and the heat from the body, from the normal tissue that isn't embalmed, the heat from this is going this way. You know, and this tissue becomes a conductor until it reaches an equilibrium, and it probably isn't reaching full body temperature, but it is heating up because of the heat from this is 98 degrees, and this is, or 96, whatever it is, and this is way down there. You know, depending on how deep you go, it could at least at some point at the end it's 30 degrees, maybe 40. Well, maybe not that. Maybe 40. Okay. So what I'm getting at is the reason why this experiment is proof is because it's not whether or not it's heating. It's whether or not it's heating at the appropriate rate. Because when you have an identical area up here, you know, and you know, there's no embalmment over here, and you cool it. You cool it, and you cool the same area, and you pull that ice cube away. You pull that ice cube away, you get all this tissue has blood in it. It starts producing its own heat, and so it doesn't have to wait for conductance. So it's going to heat faster. So then we call this point A, and we call this point B, and this got hotter faster than this, and because it got hotter, the thermal graph, the circle got smaller and changed colors, and this one stayed the same size, and had I waited long enough, this would have eventually disappeared. But the point was to compare what was happening up here to this one and how fast they were heating up. So this is an experiment that I put together because I I have a background in engineering, and I knew that this tissue felt cold, feels cold still. I knew that the evidence was pointing towards a tissue preservative, and I even said on my last video that I had proof of a thermograph even before I actually did the experiment. I knew that it was going to be a positive result, and that's what it was. It ended up being a positive result, and I'm kind of proud of that because I was able to predict it using my common sense, and no one ever. I've been telling my story to a lot of people, and some of them very smart, and whether it's I don't think it's a lack of stupidity. I just think people aren't really interested in trying to get involved with this kind of problem. I even posted it on forensics board. How could I run a test? I didn't get any response, and this is a fairly simple test. I think the big help in doing something like this comes from the fact that Home Depot has a Flir camera that they rent out for $45. Okay, and if you get it at 6:30 p.m., you can have it till 9 a.m. So I spent from this time all night doing all this stuff, these tests, and this is the final straw. This is I might do some more tests. I might do a test where I get into a bathtub of ice water. Now, a bathtub of ice water. Okay. Okay, I'm in a bathtub of ice water. You know, I'm laying down flat. I'm not straight up and down, but it doesn't matter. As long as it's submerged, then this whole area gets very cool. And if you do a video of that, what you're going to see is you're going to see a complete topographical boundary line of temperatures that will spell out the exact problem. So not only do you have a better delineation of the embalmed tissue, you also have I forgot what I was going to say. I got caught up on the word delineation. You also remove the problem of these of the pressure of the ice cubes. In my current experiment, I'm applying an ice cube with my own hands. So one could argue that I'm not showing how hard I'm pressing in to the tissues, and so I could dangle these two by some string. Or I can just get into a tub of ice water. I think that's the next experiment. To if the current experiment isn't enough, I think that this is the next thing. I do have access to a tub, and I think that doing this and showing exactly which part of the body isn't responding. I think that should be something I do next, because then the whole body gets submerged, and you have all this normal tissue that you're going to get to compare with, and now you have different vascularization happening in all this, so you're going to have different areas that cool off faster than others. But it'd be an interesting experiment to see if we actually had a particular area show up as being cooler than the rest, and if it was right in here, I would think that would be very convincing. And if currently the current video isn't convincing enough, so that's the nail in the coffin, and I'm happy and both upset that I had to go through this. And the good news is these videos that I'm posting, I don't have to be naked inside in a video. I don't have to violate my my ethics or anything, or my personal beliefs, or my own privacy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not very good with that, those kinds of words, but I guess because I've been violated for so long now, 4 years of people laughing at me, and or just about everything, including, I mean, I've been beat up by police for not leaving a hospital. I was admitted to a psych ward in New York City for faking, for not for faking, but for well, I don't know exactly why. I think that they wanted to scare me. They have their reasons why, and I went there for a formaldehyde test. Told them what I thought what was going on, and this is what I thought what was going on at the time, and they admitted me to a psych ward and did some pretty ugly things. And I don't tell people that part of the story because it's kind of hard to believe, and it's not really necessary in telling my story of what Dr. Suporn did. And it's kind of like the other side of the story of you know, this is what Dr. Suporn did to me, and now I came into my own country and I didn't get care or help for this problem. And so that's the second stage of where this is going, is what the American medical system is not doing for patients that it should be caring for. And so yeah, I was involuntarily admitted to a psych ward for 1 week, and I was going to take them to court, and they let me go the day of the court date. So they had no reason to do that. I didn't sue because I didn't have time to do it. I was trying to get over this, and it's possibly I could still sue them. So I'm not going to specify the hospital right now, but there's been some egregiouses by the medical industry that I think can still be dealt with, because I've been by myself in this, and I've had no medical doctor's assistance in diagnosing my condition. So this is embalmed. It's formaldehyde or some kind of tissue preservative, and I don't have to show what it is. All I have to show is that there was tissue exudation of the tissues at the time of the complications, and I have videos that show that. My videos show tissue deterioration over many months, and that's on Flickr. And I will also do a video that's kind of going to be X-rated of me actually pulling on these tissues and showing loss of elasticity. But I may have to see what the rules are on Flickr for putting that up, and because I think this is strong evidence, and especially if I get in a tub and I do this, I think maybe that's all I need, you know. And then I've proven my story, and maybe someone out there will decide that it's no longer worth it to cover up what's going on, and someone wants to help. out there wants to help me, and say and stand up for what's wrong, or for what's right, stand up against what's wrong in the healthcare industries in the United States and wherever else they might be trying to do this, like Thailand. This is where this happened, in Thailand. And I hope you appreciate the work that I've done to bring this and expose the doctor that did this to me. And a message to Dr. Suporn is I don't know exactly why you did this to me, but I think you should come forward and admit what you did, why you did it, so that we can move forward. I'm just going to continue to present my side of the story about why I think it happened. I'm going to ask questions, and I think that someone's going to have to eventually come forward and answer some questions. So, I've had to diagnose this myself, and I was sent home from Thailand without any idea what was happening to me. I was sent home made to feel like I was being unreasonable, like my concerns were disrespectful. You threatened me if I were to go see another doctor for 6 months. When I went back to see you after 6 months, you recused yourself from my care, and then you lied about it in the medical records. So I feel like I need someone to I feel like someone needs to owe me an apology, and at the very least, and I want to expose what's happening, and I don't want it to happen again to someone else that goes to Thailand to get a sex change from Dr. Suporn. So, or any other doctor that feels like this is an okay thing to do to a patient, and we don't even have to get into why a doctor would want to do this. So I don't think it matters why. You shouldn't be doing it. If you want to be a doctor, you have to be able to say this is not possible, that you're not capable of doing it. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be a doctor. If you can find a way that this is okay, then you shouldn't be a doctor. That's the bottom line. And that's all for today. And this is a milestone. It means I don't have to worry about proving my case that much anymore. Whether I die tomorrow or not, assuming I don't die before I put my video up, I'm feeling okay. But that would have to happen in the next couple of hours. So cross your fingers that I don't die of a heart attack. So this is it. This is 4 years and 3 months, and I can pursue all kinds of avenues now without having to worry about someone silencing me or trying to say this is something else. So this isn't something else, and someone needs to help me. Someone come forward and help me, because I've been hurt really bad, and I didn't deserve this. Okay, take care, and I'll try to post something in the next few days, maybe in a week. I don't know. I'm trying to find a job, and so there's still. I'm gonna put up a donation link for people to send money so that we can pursue documenting my story, so we can pursue whatever legal action that needs to be happening. I don't have a job right now. I'm gonna run out of money in a few months if I don't find something. So yeah, I'm extremely happy about today, and I'm extremely sad about what happened to me, and I don't know what to say. I'm very upset about these kinds of things happening and no one seeming to care, and everyone has looked away. My family, my friends, the transgender community, and lawyers, doctors, the medical profession, even some of the human rights groups in our country. I won't mention them. I've already mentioned them in a couple of emails, but thank you for watching. And if you're a doctor out there and you want to come forward and help me, I would be greatly appreciated. I think this is a great time to do it, and I definitely I need someone to remove this tissue. I need someone to diagnose it correctly and make a statement that this is wrong, that this kind of activity is wrong from a medical profession standpoint. This is not something that should be happening, and let's fight this. Let's make a change for what some things are happening, for how some things are happening in our medical community. Okay, thank you, and stay tuned, and you guys have a great day. Bye.